Welcome to another episode of RV Tips and Trips. Today I'm going to do a review on a Thousand Trails campground called Natchez Trace Preserve near Hohenwald, Tennessee. All right, so when you're coming here, you might want to use a navigation system that actually takes your RV into consideration because there are some really low clearance bridges here. This is 11 foot. And if you're using something like Google Maps, it's not going to route you around this. So there are a couple of bridges like that, 11 foot, 11 and a half foot high, that are near the campground. So just keep that in mind. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon so you will be notified of all new videos. This way you won't miss out on anything. This is our second stop in the Thousand Trails system, but our first actual Thousand Trails campground. So our first stop was an ENCORE resort, which is part of the Trails Collection add-on package that we bought with our Thousand Trails membership. So if you would like to learn more about our membership that we took, click the link above, and there's also a link in the description below to our video on us joining the Thousand Trails and explaining the package. The Thousand Trails campgrounds are actually called preserves. So this preserve is 830 acres. It's huge. It is very rustic, lots of trees, and there is a lake that is part of this campground. Now I've noticed the reviews on like Yelp and Google aren't all that great. My experience with it is good. So I think people's expectations are different, especially when they're non-members. Those reviews, in my estimation, were really just unfair. So don't let that discourage you from checking out this park. The staff here is very friendly. I haven't had any issues there. The grounds are kept very clean. There's maintenance people constantly going around making sure everything is good. And service, from a service aspect, it's also been a very good experience. We had a little problem with our electrical box, our pedestal. I mean, this is an older park, so some of these outlets are old and the contacts wear, and what happens is some arcing occurs, and that's what happened with ours, and the contacts on their plug burned and our power went out, so we had no electricity. I grabbed one of the maintenance people that were going by here, and within an hour they had us back up and running. So I would say that was very responsive on their part. Now when you make a reservation in the Thousand Trail Preserves, you're not reserving a particular spot. So you're just holding a place for you. So when you come to the preserve, you pick your own spot, and they tell you, what area to go to. You go there and you find your spot. Once you've selected a spot, you set up. Then you go back to the ranger office and you tell them what spot you took. So not bad at all. Now be aware of some of the sites are not totally level, and most of the sites here are back ends. There are pull-throughs, I happen to be in a pull-through with full hookup, so and it was easy to level out, not a problem. So some of the back-end spaces are small for smaller rigs, that those shouldn't present a problem either. So like I said, the site's not bad. It's not bad at all. Typical RV park where you got RVs, you know, next to each other. They're close by. It's not like dispersed camping is, but it's acceptable. Now you got to watch. Some sites are partial hookups, which is water electric only, no sewer. And then some sites are full hookups. So they give you a map and it shows you which sites are full hookup and which are partial. So that's was not a problem. Most of the sites are 30 amps, which is one that we're in. So we had to use our adapter because ours is a 50 amp rig. So we adapted it to the 30 amp pedestal. There are some 50 amp full hookup sites, but there's not very many of them. So that's the only drawback to this place. Is I really wish that they had more 50 amp sites. Now they basically have 4 different camping areas. There was a phase 1, phase 2, there's an area down by the lake, and then another tucked away, nestled right up against the lake in a different spot. We are in phase 2, and that has quite a campsite in it. So, and these areas, these camp areas within the preserve, are pretty far apart. Now there are 8 sites, just 8 of them, right down by the beach at the lake. So those are nice sites. There's no trees there, however, so you're out in the sun. But those spaces are 50 amps, so you can run 2 air conditioners then. The amenities here include things as a pool, and the pool is really nice and it's still open. Today is now, it's about 90 degrees now, so, but that's going to change tomorrow, and it's my understanding they're going to close the pool after this weekend. So, but that's nice that the pool is still open and available for you to use, because a lot of campgrounds after Labor Day they close them, so this is good. They also have a recreation hall with an exercise room and a game room. Now in the exercise room, the equipment is really old but still functional. They have things like a universal gym, that's you know, with the weights. They have 2 treadmills. They have the stationary bicycles as well. So I mean, it's usable. It's old, but it's still usable. There's also 2 racquetball courts downstairs in that hall. So racquetball, or you can use it for handball. So they're closed courts, all 4 walls. They also have a movie theater in there as well. So it's a big movie screen, and it is a regular projector. And they typically run a movie night on Friday night, and it's free popcorn as well. So we haven't gone, but it's real movies. I think last week was a Clint Eastwood movie, so that's cool. Now some of the other facilities around here, they have a couple of laundry facilities, not in this phase 2 area, but in phase 1. They also have cabins that you can rent, and the cabins area also has a laundry facility too. Now the nice thing about these washing machines and dryers is they take credit cards, so there's no having to hunt down quarters, so that's good. I like that. Now the laundry facilities are very, very clean. I went in them and checked it out, and they're well kept. Some of the other things that are available for you to enjoy, They have putt-putt golf. They have a track for runners, which is nice. There's tennis courts, 2 tennis courts, basketball courts, and they also have there's a big barn that they, looks like they rented out. I think this weekend there's going to be a wedding. I saw them setting up yesterday out of the barn. So they have this barn available for special events. Now there's more than one playground. Phase 2 has a playground, Phase 1 has a playground, and then down in the main area near the pool and where the track is and that, there's another playground for kids. So there's 3 playgrounds that I have found. So really awesome. There is a store with a snack bar in it. Now the store part doesn't have much in the way of groceries. It's a little sparse, but they do have a section where they have RV supplies. So if you need a sewer hose or an electrical adapter and things like that, they do have that available. Now, as far as cell service, I have Verizon, and it's kind of spotty around here. Most people complain that they don't get service. We, with our MiFi or our Jetpack, have been able to get some pretty decent internet here. Typically during the week. On the weekend, it seems to fall off because there's more users. I think we get data managed down to almost nothing on the weekend. But during the week, we've been able to watch 4K TV on Netflix, which is awesome, without any issues. I've measured the speeds, and during the week, I've hit 15 megabytes a second download speed. Upload speeds are slow, less than a megabyte per second, so it takes a little time to get things uploaded. But I tend to do that late at night. This way we can get faster speeds because the network is not being used as much. As far as security in this 1,000 trails is good. It's a gated entrance, so you can't get in without a code. I see what they call them rangers going around constantly around here, keeping an eye on things. So I feel secure. So security is not a problem. All in all, 1,000 trail parks are a great way to make friends. And since most of the guests are members of 1,000 Trails, not all, but most, that you may see them again down the road somewhere. The things that you can do nearby, there's Meriwether Lewis Monument, about 10 minutes away over by Natchez Trace Parkway. So they have a campground over there as well, and the campground there is free. It's dry camping. They don't have a dump station or anything like that. If you want more information about the Meriwether Lewis Monument, I did do a video on it about a year ago, and I will give you a link up here. And I'll also put a link in the description for that video if you want to learn more about it. About 15 miles away, I found a short trail that leads to a small waterfall. So if you want to check that out too, it's called Stillhouse Hollow Falls, and it's a state park. It's kind of tucked away off of highway, I think it was 43, that if you don't keep a sharp eye out for it, boom, you will miss it. But we pulled in there. It's about a mile and a half hike round trip. Okay, so if you need supplies, this is not like you're totally out in the boondocks. These are mostly small towns here, but the town of Hohenwald, which is about 15 miles north of here, is there's a Walmart Supercenter, a Tractor Supply, and that Tractor Supply sells propane. It looked like it was $2.69 a gallon, which is not a bad price at all for it, and gas stations and a couple of restaurants. So you might want to check out the town of Hohenwald. It's not too far away. Okay, and of course, if you like boating and fishing, you can do that here as well, because you got the lake. There's a boat ramp, and you can go fishing. They have a fish cleaning station available for you as well. So all in all, I found this park to be on par with a lot of the commercial RV parks out there, like KOA, Good Sam. So there are really good KOAs and Good Sam parks, and there are some that are really not so good. So I said this is on par with the more rustic ones along those lines. So but for what you pay, I mean, the membership, and this hasn't costed us any extra, it's well worth the stop. So don't let those funny reviews hold you back. Like I said, I think those reviews that you see on Yelp and that are done by people who are not members of the Thousand Trails system, so they're used to being coddled a little more, where, you know, here you find your own space and tell them where you're camping, versus like a KOA where they you follow them out to the campsite. Well, you know, they drive a golf cart. So I mean, to me, no biggie. The important things to me is that when you pull into a site, things work. You know, the sewer is good and the water hookup is good, and you got electric, and I got all those things, and I can level it out. I'm happy with it. So we have enjoyed our stay here very much, and if we travel through here again, I would definitely stay here again. So no qualms about it. It was a very pleasant stay. We are staying here 2 weeks, so we're down to our last few days here at the park. But so far, it's been great, and it's been hot though. And then we're going to be leaving here and heading off to Georgia, and hopefully it will be cooler by the time we get there. I think Georgia right now is 100 degrees, so a little warmer than here. All right, that's it. So if you enjoyed the video and you got some good information out of it, if you would give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, until next time, happy camping. Bye now. Thomas, did you destroy your toy? Did you kill your toy? Huh? What'd you do? What'd you do? Thomas says thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Until next time, happy camping.